Welcome to What is Crypto? I'm Matt and this is Crypto. Today we're going to be talking about HASHAI. Now for me, HASHAI is one of the most exciting artificial intelligence plays in all of crypto. This video is for anyone that either owns HASHAI, is interested in HASHAI, or has heard about HASHAI but really doesn't understand what HASHAI does or is. So if any of that sounds like it could be for you, then like, comment, subscribe, stick around to the end of the video and let's get straight into it. Now HASHAI, in essence, simply put, leverages artificial intelligence to determine the most profitable proof of work cryptocurrency to mine at any given time. So proof of work cryptocurrencies such as Casper or such as Bitcoin rely on miners to mine them. So the miners that mine them are rewarded to secure and verify the network. So depending on the different price of the token and depending on the amount of miners mining any given proof of work at any one time, there is a different level of profitability to mine that different cryptocurrency. So HASHAI finds out the best ROI or return of investment for the HASHAI mining rigs to mine at that given time. Now, what I like about HASHAI is they are very transparent with what they have. Also, their team is doxed. So I'm going to play you a little bit of a video which shows the HASHAI mining rigs, and then we're going to have a bit more of a conversation about why I think HASHAI is pretty damn appealing right now.
I'm Aaron, I'm CTO and co-founder of HASHAI.
Yeah, and I'm Ghost. I'm CIO of HASHAI and also Aaron's brother.
So essentially we started probably about 7 or 8 years ago. So Ghost and myself, we started a mining company out of the UK. We were building and selling mining rigs all around the world. We had a lot of customers in the US. We've got a hosting facility in the UK as well. Because at the time, you never knew what coin was going to be most profitable. Sometimes there was a coin that was profitable for say 6 hours, 12 hours.
Constantly changed all the time.
Even a week or something like that. So what we did is we looked to integrate sort of APIs from different websites that look at different tokens. We put some of our own data in there as well, and we use that AI to optimize the what we were going to mine. And we also used it to help alter the overclocks, the algorithms that the GPUs were using.
We've always tried to go back on things and put any money that's made, we always put back into our companies and try and grow. And it's just finding out all them sort of parameters and stuff, things that stop you from growing, and that's the stuff that we surpassed.
Here we've got about 5 to 6 megawatts of switchgear. We've got a couple of rooms which we'll show you guys as well for the nodes. They're already set up and working, but we've got a big warehouse and another large room next door as well where we're going to be moving our ASIC mining operations.
Also, as I mentioned before, they do tie in with another narrative. Now that narrative is none other than real world assets, the fractionalized ownership of their ASIC miners. Think about a house. Now, if you can't afford to buy a house, but you want exposure in the property market, fractionalizing ownership of that house and being able to buy a percentage of that house can give you exposure to the property market. Now that is what HASHAI is looking to do with their mining rigs. Setting up a mining rig is super expensive and it is definitely out of the average investor's budget. However, if you can fractionalize ownership of those mining rigs, that decreases the barrier to entry and allows people with smaller budgets to be able to get on board and have exposure to cryptocurrency mining. So I think what they're doing there is really cool and it's quite unique. And some of the biggest names in the world think that tokenization of real world assets is going to be huge in the future. So the World Economic Forum thinks that around 10% of the global GDP is going to be tokenized by 2027. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, reports that every asset can be tokenized, and he has publicly stated that there is going to be an enormous demand for the tokenization of real world assets in the future. So I think the fact that HASHAI are getting on top of this narrative is very promising to see. I also love how upfront and open they are about showing the world what they actually have. Their founders are doxed, and every time they get new hardware in or open up a new facility, they are open and transparent with it. So just example, in this video, you can see that they have over 50 new miners. So this is over $350,000 worth of equipment. Now that was on the 9th of May, 2025. And this is a common theme whenever they get new hardware. So really great to see them being open and transparent with their inventory. HASHAI have now reached over 30,000 holders, and as they say, this is just one more stepping stone on the path that they wish to take. So yeah, I think what they're doing is pretty damn awesome, and I think it's new and pretty exciting in the space of crypto. What really sets HASHAI out for me is how transparent they are. All of their content, they have HASHAI gear in, they have multiple videos that they drop regularly. They're showing you exactly what they're doing, they're showing you exactly what their equipment is, disclosing all of what they have. Now, a lot of crypto is anonymous. You're really trusting a website, and that's really Web 2, not Web 3, which which is what we're really damn excited for. Hats off to the HASHAI team for the transparency. And if all of that wasn't enough, well, they are still followed by Alex Becker and Crypto God John. So two of the biggest names in all of crypto. But I think the reason that I'm excited on HASHAI goes way beyond just a simple call out from a KOL. They are breaking down the barriers to access crypto mining. They've distributed an enormous amount of money. And I'll finish the video on a Spaces I hosted where I talked to Spartan, one of the members on HASHAI, as I really do think that this information is more powerful coming from the people who have boots on the ground that are open, transparent, and honest.
Amazing, brother. Appreciate the introduction there. Yeah, great to be on the Spaces. Just wanted to come in, show some love to you. We had a conversation recently, so wanted to jump on the Spaces and see what it was about. But yeah, 100%. So the HASHAI, we've been building for over a year now. It's been, a really great year for us, lots of ups and downs, but, the team have always, had the mentality of we're keeping moving forward, keeping progressing forward towards our long-term vision as much as possible every single day. And, it does take a long time to build a successful crypto project. And we sort of did the work beforehand. We have 10 years of experience in the mining industry within our core team. So that allowed us to launch with tremendous amounts of infrastructure live and in place already. So we could, of course, showcase that to people all across the space. And from day one, we could provide value back to our holders in the form of profit redistribution. So we've done almost $1.5 million now in profit share, all sourced from our mining infrastructure. We don't supplement that with taxes or anything. We're now zero tax actually as well since January of this year. So we're now fully self-sustainable, and having the mining as the backbone of our project is just so key because, of course, utility projects, they're relying on demand for their product or service to, succeed really, and that's often marketed at a niche crypto audience. We do supply compute power and we're branching out in a few other areas as well, but having the mining infrastructure that we do just as the backbone of the project, bringing in tremendous amounts of revenue regardless of what's happening is so key for us because we can grow and survive through any conditions. We've probably put about $6 million back into mining infrastructure since we got the big liquidity injection from our token launch, and we're now operating out of many different locations around the globe. We're always looking to scale, taking on a few big deals as well, which is awesome. And we're integrating AI into the mining, so we're optimizing the process with an AI algorithm. So essentially we'll analyze the market, find out which coins are most profitable at any given time, and then it will automatically switch our machines to focus on the highest ROI coins, just helping us along our way to really get the most out of our mining, really. Because we have a lot of experience in the game, a lot of connections, so we have the best access to the mining hardware itself at the lowest prices, and as well facilities around the globe with the lowest electricity costs, which help with our profitability, which again we pass across to our holders. Our main utility, if you will, is providing value, providing passive income opportunities. We're trying to be a champion of good values in the space, be a project people can confidently get behind, can trust. We've doxed ourselves as a project multiple times, tried to be as transparent with our community as possible, and it's a great relationship we've built with them over the past year or so. And then the next big thing for us is going to be a huge utility drop, which will be fractionalized ownership of ASIC miners, so really attacking the RWA narrative there, and essentially allowing our holders to purchase shares of our mining infrastructure, really breaking down the barriers to entry for mining even further. And then due to how we're located, how we're set up, we can essentially provide an electricity rate to our investors that will be lower than what most institutional grade mining operations will be running at. So the ROI, the yield on these RWAs will be really huge. So we're excited to deliver that. We're preparing everything, finalizing everything, and it's going to be a great time for us. Our main mission really is to just break down the barriers, allow anybody to participate in mining. Because if you look at the way the game's changed in terms of the crypto industry as a whole and crypto mining over the years, mining difficulty is increasing all the time. So the initial investment required now into mining is massive. You have to have the right hosting facilities, low electricity costs, etc., to have a chance of being profitable as an individual. And then we're trying to allow people to leverage our infrastructure that we've established over so many years to provide people a really strong passive income yield and to participate in mining through ourselves. And then so the next step really is to allow people to purchase sort of fractionalized ownership or full ownership of these machines, and we'll host, maintain them, they don't have to worry about anything like that, and they just get the profits delivered directly to their wallet. And again, the way we're set up, the way we're located, we're piecing together some really huge deals which give us, the lowest operational cost possible.
Now, I've been covering this one for quite some time. It had a massive run up from around 25 million up to around that 80 million. Now, we know that we never want to chase pumps, but I do think that the entry you're getting on HASHAI, if you're interested in the project, is pretty damn good. Now, let's have a look at it on TradingView. And as you can see, we are coming into a strong area of support. And after pumping up 270%, we retraced a very healthy 60%, held our area of support, and it looks like we are going to continue on up. So this area down here is significantly more attractive to enter than entering up here. HASHAI currently has a market cap of 46 million. So getting up to $1 billion is still over a 20x from here. We don't give price predictions on this channel, but I do think that HASHAI has a bright future ahead. I like that they're actually doing things. They have multiple different facilities across the world. And as of March this year, having a look at the total infrastructure that they have over $5 million in strategic investments, which includes facilities in the UK, in the USA, in Ethiopia and China. They also have full ownership of 300 Bitmain S19 XPs, 150 Bitmain S21s, 50 Bitmain L9s, 90 GPU mining rigs, and 50 nodes, utilizing 150 GPUs. So a breakdown of that is $2.8 million worth of annual revenue. Now, this revenue is distributed to stakers of HASHAI. Alrighty, legends, that's going to wrap it up for me today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like this kind of thing. Drop a comment down below what you want me to cover in the future. Also, if you want to join my Discord, there's a link in the description. So scroll down, click the link, and I'll see you there. Cheers, legends. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.